Thanks for joining us from our studios in Tel Aviv. I'm Natasha Kirchuk here with ILTV's morning briefing from Israel.
As a wave of violence in Israel is headed into its fifth month, 2 border police officers and a bystander were injured in a stabbing attack in Jerusalem on Friday morning. According to police, a Palestinian attacker approached the guards from behind, just outside the Damascus Gate in Jerusalem's Old City. He managed to stab and lightly wound the 2 policemen in the back before security officers responded with gunfire and neutralized him. A Palestinian woman passing by was lightly wounded in the leg by shrapnel. The terrorist has been identified as 20-year-old Mohammed Abu Khalaf from a small village north of Jerusalem. This terror attack is the 12th to take place at the Damascus Gate in the most recent wave of violence. Israeli officials are rejecting criticism of the shooting of a Palestinian assailant at the Damascus Gate in Jerusalem, following a controversial video released by Al Jazeera. The footage shows 20-year-old Mohammed Abu Khalaf being shot down after stabbing 2 people at the gate, and border police continuing to spray his body with bullets even as he lay motionless on the ground. Israeli Public Security Minister Gilad Erdan is backing up the police for their actions, claiming it's impossible to judge the situation combatants are in. Erdan says there are attempts to stab police and the civilians they are protecting every day, and that there have been incidents where the terrorist was not killed and then managed to stab again. He says security officers are also often concerned that the attacker could be carrying explosives. According to a new testimony heard in a Lebanese court, the captured Israeli navigator Ron Arad was tortured to death in 1988. Arad's plane crashed in Lebanon in 1986, and he was reportedly ejected and taken prisoner when he hit the ground. Co-pilot Yishai Aviram was rescued, but Arad's fate has never been determined. Israel believes Arad was captured by the Shiite Amal movement, then handed over to Iran and eventually sent back to Hezbollah in Lebanon. In 2004, an IDF commission determined that Arad died of illness in the 1990s and was buried somewhere in the Bekaa Valley. During the recent Lebanese military tribunal, a defendant identified as Mufid K testified that while serving in a Syrian militia in 1988, his unit transported Arad to a town not far from Beirut. A few days later, he was informed that the prisoner died after a series of beatings and torture. The last surviving prisoner at the Treblinka death camp has died. Samuel Willenberg passed away in Israel at the age of 93. After the Holocaust, Willenberg moved to Israel and found success as a sculptor. The Poland-born survivor was only 16 at the start of World War II, and he was rounded up with other Jews during the liquidation of the Apatow ghetto and sent by train to Treblinka. Upon his arrival at the camp, Willenberg passed himself off as a bricklayer and was the only person in his transport not to perish in the gas chambers. In 1943, he took part in a revolt at Treblinka and was among a few hundred who escaped. He made his way to Warsaw and joined the underground, and later took part in the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising. Willenberg will be buried tomorrow near Netanya, and he leaves behind his wife, daughter, and 3 grandchildren.
That's all for now. I'm Natasha Kirchuk, and see you later with our main daily broadcast from Israel at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.